Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Hear ye, Teslim when you see me. Kick back, detach, and scratch. Relax your mind, let your Aqeedah free. Be down with the sound of AYYTP. AYYTP? Yeah, you know me. Amoo the podcast. The Hawk is what we broadcast. Dawah to your ear, hot and ready like a DoorDash. Or Uber Eats, lab mushkilab, my treat cool. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Random topics, you stop, watch, we clock it. On to the next, what's poppin'? Red and Baka. Some vital issue, take it personal, then an issue. Just make dua to Allah that He fix you. Whomever He guides, none can lead us straight. But if He don't, there's no way. Not today. Last not least, the Muslim head shake. It's time to rise up awake. Our ummah's at stake. Y'all, now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Hear ye, Teslim when you see me. Kick back, detach, and scratch. Relax your mind, let your Aqeedah free. Be down with the sound of AYYTP. AYYTP? Yeah, you know me. Amoo the podcast. The Hawk is what we broadcast. Dawah to your ear, hot and ready like a DoorDash. Or Uber Eats, lab mushkilab, my treat cool. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Random topics, you stop, watch, we clock it. On to the next, what's poppin'? Red and Baka. Some vital issue, take it personal, then an issue. Just make dua to Allah that He fix you. Whomever He guides, none can lead us straight. But if He don't, there's no way. Not today. Last not least, the Muslim head shake. It's time to rise up awake. Our ummah's at stake. Y'all, now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Hear ye, Teslim when you see me. Kick back, detach, and scratch. Relax your mind, let your Aqeedah free. Be down with the sound of AYYTP. AYYTP? Yeah, you know me. Amoo the podcast. The Hawk is what we broadcast. Dawah to your ear, hot and ready like a DoorDash. Or Uber Eats, lab mushkilab, my treat cool. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Random topics, you stop, watch, we clock it. On to the next, what's poppin'? Red and Baka. Some vital issue, take it personal, then an issue. Just make dua to Allah that He fix you. Whomever He guides, none can lead us straight. But if He don't, there's no way. Not today. Last not least, the Muslim head shake. It's time to rise up awake. Our ummah's at stake. Y'all, now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the dean? Get in to see how every time he's on the scene. My rock a Kafir t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Hear ye, Taslim when you see me. Kick back, detach, and scratch. Relax your mind, let your Aqeedah free. Be down with the sound of AYYTP. AYYTP. Yeah, you know me. Amoo the podcast. The Hawk is what we broadcast. Dawa to your ear, hot and ready like a DoorDash. Or Uber Eats, Lab Mushkilab, my treat cool. Now who's your favorite uncle in the Dean? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Random topics, you stop, watch, we clock it. On to the next, what's poppin'? Red and Baka. Some vital issue, take it personal, then an issue. Just make dua to Allah that He fix you. Whomever He guides, none can lead us straight. But if He don't, there's no way. Not today. Last not least, the Muslim head shake. It's time to rise up awake. Our ummah's at stake. Y'all, now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Hear ye, Taslim when you see me. Kick back, detach, and scratch. Relax your mind, let your Aqeedah free. Be down with the sound of AYYTP. AYYTP. Yeah, you know me. Amoo the podcast. The Hawk is what we broadcast. Dawa to your ear, hot and ready like a DoorDash. Or Uber Eats, Lab Mushkilab, my treat cool. Now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Random topics, you stop, watch, we clock it. On to the next, what's poppin'? Red and Baka. Some vital issue, take it personal, then an issue. Just make dua to Allah that He fix you. Whomever He guides, none can lead us straight. But if He don't, there's no way. Not today. Last not least, the Muslim head shake. It's time to rise up awake. Our ummah's at stake. Y'all, now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Hear ye, Taslim when you see me. Kick back, detach, and scratch. Relax your mind, let your Aqeedah free. Be down with the sound of AYYTP. AYYTP. Yeah, you know me. Amoo the podcast. The Hawk is what we broadcast. Dawa to your ear, hot and ready like a DoorDash. Or Uber Eats, Lab Mushkilab, my treat cool. Now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Random topics, you stop, watch, we clock it. On to the next, what's poppin'? Red and Baka. Some vital issue, take it personal, then an issue. Just make dua to Allah that He fix you. Whomever He guides, none can lead us straight. But if He don't, there's no way. Not today. Last not least, the Muslim head shake. It's time to rise up awake. Our ummah's at stake. Y'all, now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah, I mean. Now who's your favorite uncle in the Deen? Giving to see how every time he's on the scene. My Raka Kufi t-shirt and some jeans. The podcast is in effect, yeah.
Jesus, listen alone. All right, here we go.
Assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to Amoo Yum Yum, the podcast where we seek to cure the kufr infected by injecting the Islamic perspective. Today we have a semi-round table. It's more of a 90-degree angle. It's called a right angle, right?
Yeah.
I went to Samuelson High School. We didn't learn much in the hood.
I knew.
So anyway, what happens is that we're supposed to have how many more? Like 4 more people here?
Yeah.
Like actually 4 more brothers here. But this is the Ummah of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam today. So we got a couple of inshallahs, which means no.
A couple of
inshallahs, which means no. And we got some brothers that kept their promise. The brothers that didn't come must fast.
Yeah. You got to, how many days? 60 days?
Ooh, no, not 60, man.
What?
For breaking an oath?
Yeah.
Oh, subhanAllah.
60 days or 30 days?
What is the rule? I forgot right off the top of my head the rule. But anyway, do your research and fast, young boys. Do your research and fast, young boys. Today we have with us Ali.
Before you go, I'm sorry, I apologize. Before you go, I don't apologize. The thing is, quickly, disclaimer. We gotta mention.
Go ahead, disclaimer.
All right, the opinion of Amoo Yum Yum, the podcast, is based on what?
Islam,
yes, and our intention are to be correct. However, we may not always be right. Others may differ in concept, but these are
our words.
All right, so now let's introduce.
Okay, so we have with us, starting on the left side. It's sooner to start on the right and go left. It's sooner, right? But they already know him, and I'm not gonna mention where we got him from, and that he didn't have shoes. Story. He didn't have shoes.
I still don't have shoes.
We're working on shoes.
Right.
New shoes.
New shoes.
And new shoes.
I like that.
Anyway,
so
from right to left, Amoo Yusuf. Okay, Amoo Yusuf. Not from Bangladesh. Didn't walk down the street barefoot. We're gonna leave out. Didn't put him in the trunk.
Yeah.
Ali corrected us. He said, "Don't do that. Don't say you put him in the trunk."
Really?
Yeah.
By the way, Dan says salam.
Wa alaikum. Wa alaikum, Dan the man.
Dan the man.
So anyway, of course, I'm not here yet. Okay. Amoo Jawaz is back.
Yep.
Amoo Isa.
These are young Amoos.
Yeah, these are all the Amoos. The Amoosis?
Yeah.
How you say that Arabic?
Amoos.
Amoos?
Amam, I think.
Amam?
Amam.
I like Amam. Okay.
Amam, yeah.
Then we have Amoo Idris.
Wow. Idris became Amoo now, mashallah.
He's a young Amoo.
Yeah.
He's a young Amoo. Then we have Amoo Ali, who's keep fidgeting. look like an Islamic meth addict. And I say Islamic because he's Muslim, mashallah, which is part of the topic today.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Okay, so now it's time for...
Time for what?
Random. Okay, random. I guess you all heard the big news in the Ummah. SubhanAllah. James Harden got traded from the...
How does that to the Ummah, man? How is that to the Ummah?
Because the Ummah don't care about...
Yeah,
they don't care about Ummah affairs. They care about...
other Ummah.
Yeah, they care about the
Muslim Ummah.
Yeah, okay, so... Anyway, now I'm just kidding.
Okay.
A lot of us do care. Okay, Muhammad said, if you wake in the morning, you're not concerned, you're not of us. So we wake up, we really concerned about the Ummah. And I think the Ummah is affected by James Harden being traded from the Houston Rockets to the New Jersey Nets. People are saying instant championship, guaranteed, at least make it to the finals. No big three has ever been this big and all this type of stuff. So any opinions on that? And he got a Brooklyn. Oh, ya Allah.
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn in the house. Brick City, yo.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Wow.
What a coincidence.
Now, before we move forward, we also want to give a shout out to...
He just skipped over my random.
Sultan Cafe, real quick. Seriously, guys, right? I mean, one of the things, Sultan Cafe, right here in
Sultan Cafe.
Yes, for allowing us... For letting us use this awesome place.
Muslim owned, and you destroying my random, but I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna flip it on. Okay. Let us use this place. This is where we come to relax. Double bubble.
No double bubble, man.
No double.
No.
We don't double.
We don't.
Okay, one time the double. Never mind. No, forget it.
They have some
Yeah, and
They have some, mashallah, they have some like vegan
vegan menu. Yeah,
vegan menu and stuff.
I prefer the fake fish.
Fake fish, yeah. That's like basically plant-based fish sandwich. They even have like a Saudi style pita wraps.
You just
I
destroying
feel like I'm
my
back
random,
home.
yo.
Yeah. Anyway,
With a new random.
James Harden doesn't eat here. James Harden does not eat here. So
big shout out to
So,
Sultan Kafir.
do y'all feel that they're gonna make the finals at least automatically?
I can see them making the finals.
You see them?
I can see them making the finals.
Okay.
Most likely the conference, but not like finals. I don't think so, man.
Okay, first of all, you got a diva. You got a diva, which is James Harden.
Yeah.
You got a brittle soul, which is KD.
Yeah.
He answers random dudes on Twitter. Somebody can say your head looks like devil food's cake. You know, you can't afford a brush with all those millions. Go to a barber.
Yeah.
They can say all that stuff, and he'll respond to random people. You know, he has a brittle soul like Donald Trump. Then you have the Earth is flat dude. Okay, Kyrie. He's on hiatus right now, unaccounted for hiatus right now.
Where is it hiding? Below the flat?
But he said below the flat.
Dan said they won't make it to the final.
Yeah, I don't see him making it, bro. Look, okay, you heard of Thanos, right?
Yeah.
We call him LeBron James. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I'm just fresh.
Look, I'm resting in peace. The organization. The organization is Muslim, but the players are kuffar. Might be a Muslim. Is that Muslim on their team?
No,
You don't know? Allahu Alam. Yeah, Allahu Alam. Anyway,
Right,
moving on.
All right, what's popping, man?
What's popping? What's the hot topic? The hot topic is the cliche among Muslims is what? The worst Muslim is better than
The best.
the best kafir. The worst Muslim is better than the best kafir.
So are we saying that that's what it is, or are we gonna figure out what it is?
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's opine on the issue. Let's brainstorm on the issue. Let's figure it out. We've done it prior, but we brought half the brothers back. They kept their promise. We brought half the brothers back to elaborate further on the issue for the podcast's sake. Okay, so first define worst Muslim. Ali?
Abda bin Yamin Asr. It's better with the right side. Habibi, go for it.
This dude is on African Bet. Stop. Come closer. Don't run away from the camera, man. Come closer. Come on.
They can see me.
No, come closer. I'm telling you. Come look. I'm looking. Come closer.
Come closer.
So they can hear
Look, he's running.
He's still going closer.
Idris, inshallah.
Worst kafir, right?
No, worst Muslim. What does it mean to you?
Define worst Muslim.
Yeah.
Most Muslim can be somebody who believe in Allah and Muhammad Rasulullah,
Yeah.
and but not participating or practicing Islamic, which is praying on time, or not even praying at all, drinking alcohol,
You can drink.
doing zina or doing all the haram things, but still believing Allah.
Okay.
And including that being hypocrite, that somebody like promising but he never fulfilled his promise.
He put them on the spot.
What happened?
He said, those who make promise but don't fulfill their promise. He put them on the spot. Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anything else?
That's my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Worst Muslim. He defined the worst
He just
Muslim.
took all the adjectives. There's nothing left that I can think of.
He took all the good
Yeah,
stuff?
he took all the good stuff.
Oh, man.
I don't want to just re-say what he just said.
Okay. So you concur.
Yeah.
You should be a doctor.
I second that.
Hey,
No, you
if
mentioned
you can
something
say
earlier.
concur, you can be a doctor.
Oh man, concur. Where's my
Ali, what do you think?
Again, I guess you still need to uphold the minimum criteria, or I guess the core of what it means to be a Muslim.
Mhm.
But
Yes.
you might not fulfill the extra stuff, like you know what I mean.
So hold on. You're saying a worse Muslim does what Allah obligates him to, but doesn't do any extra.
Yes, I mean worse. I mean, okay, no. So like, if you're obligated to do something, because because like, what is the definition of a Muslim, right?
Yeah.
You shahadatain, right? So you made a contract that you believe in Allah and the Messenger. So that
Right.
means that like, you don't go beyond your actions don't exceed. I guess like what you what
The
the
contract.
definition of the contract is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Once you exceed that, then like you're not a Muslim, of course, right? But
Okay.
before that, you don't do the extra stuff necessary.
Yeah.
Then that is like, for me, my definition. I know I'm being harsh, but that's just my
Not
understanding.
harsh, yeah. You call him the philosoph.
That's just me, my
So
understanding.
Amoo Jawaz,
Yeah.
For me, my opinion of the worst Muslim would be someone who, like you say, they are Muslim.
Yeah.
You know, they subscribe to be Muslim, but it's really nominally. You know, it's really just in name only or whatever. You know, it's a person who actually they subscribe as far as the way they live, their outlook in life. You know, how they see life, how they view life, or whatever. Is not from the Islamic perspective, but from the Kufr perspective. You know, they all their references and what they refer to in life as far as their actions and how they, you know, their relationships in life are all, you know, all the references of Kufr.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really distinguish them between, you know, as far as their thinking, their speech, their actions. You can't distinguish them between them and the kuffar. You know,
Yeah.
that's a bad Muslim. You know, to me, and you'll see this. You know, you'll see this even with those who, you know, they wear thobe, they wear hijab. They, you know, you'll see it, and it'll be strange to you because to a Muslim who understands, you know, how the Muslim is supposed to be, it'll be very strange and off-putting because you like, man, this dude is, you know, wearing this thobe, and you know, this is his thinking or whatever, and this is how he thinks, this is what he does, or you know, and these things don't necessarily take them out of Islam or whatever, but you know, it's like, you know, for instance, you know, you'll see a brother during the election or whatever, you'll see a brother, you know, kufi, thobe or whatever, and he's in line to vote.
Yeah.
You know,
And they don't even know that they're doing something wrong. That's another dilemma.
I just saw a meme that says that a mistake is something you didn't intend to do. A sin is something that you did consciously, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going this way again, define worst. Now, not just worst Muslim. Define worst.
Worst would be to
That's the word itself.
The
Like,
word.
when it pops in your head, when you say worse, like,
Define worst.
what does it pop in the head?
Webster's or whoever, but just define worst.
Like,
Well,
out of all the bad, you're the best at being bad.
The baddest.
The baddest of the bad.
Yeah. Out of all the, I like that. Out of all the bad, you're the worst at being bad. What do you think?
Define the words. It can be
Like,
like-
when you hear it, what it makes sense to you? What does it mean to
it
you?
makes sense to me. Like, it's really bad that
Really,
that
real
it can
bad.
be unforgivable. Like
Okay.
he's doing some, or she's doing some like
Wow,
unforgivable.
No, I thought about that.
Method Man. Ali.
Method man.
Method Man. No, I'm just kidding.
Meth.
Ali.
Method.
Worst. Define worst.
The worst.
What's
yeah.
the worst?
Worst Muslim.
No, just the
No,
word worse. What does it
worst.
make you worse?
Worst.
The definition of worst, I guess, as Isa said, like the bad of the bad. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Go,
So it's
go.
very interesting because we define this in English, right?
Mhm.
Like the worst Muslim, but in the Hadith it talks about, like in the Sharia, like we have something called Asi. Asi, Ain
Asi,
Alif
yeah.
Sad. Yeah, Asi means the Muslim who sins. So from my understanding too, like when I think of so-called worst Muslim, is the one that not necessarily practice but disobey Allah openly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you can be a sinner, you can hide, you can try to work on yourself. You know what I mean? Like because the Muslim commit the sin must keep between you and Allah, not show it publicly, right? Yeah. And they're always trying their best because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives, and He won't forgive you if you don't ask for forgiveness, which means you're all going to commit sin anyway.
You have to abandon it.
Yeah, we're not perfect, right? But to me, when I say worse, I mean if somebody's jahil, like what the judge is saying, like some people when they do the election thing, they actually don't know. Like,
yeah,
I really that
was a bad example because you're right. Ignorance is.
Yeah, but when somebody like knowingly does it, to me, that's the worst Muslim. Like they know some Muslims do haram. When I ask them like one-on-one, actually they don't know. Sincerely, they don't know because Muslims are ignorant anyway, right? But there are some that openly do it. Like they know this is haram, they know this is unacceptable, and they just don't even care. To me, that's how I define the worst Muslim. Because there could be bad Muslim too, or sometimes we say non-practicing or asi. You know what I mean? So what do you think? I mean, that's what I was also thinking when it comes to that this is in English, but not in Arabic. I think asi, sinner, because all the rules in the Deen in the Sharia.
But is the asi the worst, or the minimum you can be and still be Muslim? Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you're still a Muslim, but you're committing muharramat, okay. but he's still a Muslim though. Okay. Because the hadith that you were pointing it out about the Muslim, something about Muslim and Muslim, but that was weak hadith. The strong one was about the mu'min. That's even higher.
Yeah, the
believer that can commit sins. Oh, that's even above the Muslim. That means because we're human beings, we're not perfect. Yes, we make mistakes. One brother was saying that no, Muslim cannot be worse. I'm like, what do you mean? We see it all. We see it every time.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, I'm not perfect either. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? So when he said they cannot be worse Muslim, no, they exist.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You go into a restaurant. You got a menu.
Yeah.
Right. What do you order from that menu?
I mean, whatever you want to eat or whatever you desire.
Whatever you like to eat.
Yeah.
Whatever's agreeable, right? To your palate, right? Do you ever order the worst thing on the menu?
No, really not.
I must start doing that.
Unless it's too cheap, you want to save money, yeah.
one brother posted, no. You're not necessarily saving money by the worst thing. A lot of times, the worst things cost the most money.
It sure does be bland
because they say it's exotic, We selling possum butt cheeks, something, on pita bread.
That's really graphic, man.
Possum butt cheeks on pita bread,
Yeah.
Two, it's 2 slices because it's on 2 cheeks, right? Okay, anyway, so they got it on pita bread. You like worst butt ever. Pause. Okay, so anyway, never mind, forget it. So going on with that, man. Like
I'm gonna have 3 nightmares tonight.
So anyway, when you go to a restaurant, you don't order the worst thing on their menu. When you're looking for a spouse, you don't look for the worst spouse. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The worst spouse is avoided. The worst thing on the menu to your palate is avoided. Now, when it comes to the worst Muslim, they say you should be content and satisfied with that. You know why? They say because we all sin, we just sin different.
What's that?
Them sinners.
Good one.
The OC. The ones that sin the most. The ones that sin the most. They tend to say that. After being Muslim 4 years, I got a chance to actually study with some knowledgeable brothers, right? And we learned that everyone basically is an ummah. Remember, Allah Ta'ala calls Ibrahim al-Islam in the Quran an ummah.
Yeah.
He's a man, they call him an ummah. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, we're all representing ummah. When a Muslim, this brother done talked me off a cliff before. I'm going to be specific, but he talked me off a cliff. I was about to, do something. Not terrorism.
Like what, flying?
Not terrorism.
Like flying? trying to fly?
Man. Not terrorism.
You trying to fly?
Yeah, I was trying to fly.
Why? Because you listened to the Akali song?
He talked me off a cliff, okay? More than one occasion, really, tell the truth, alhamdulillah. So he talked me off a cliff. Yeah. What I was going to do was going to affect the masjid, going to affect my family, going to affect more than me. So I had to think like a community. I had to be a community in mind. Because I'm going to affect so many people, domino effect, right? So I couldn't do that action. But as Muslims, we don't think like that when when a Muslim sister takes off her hijab, puts on tight pants, and posts pictures of her at the club with the big, the big Ciroc bottle in the middle of the table. She don't think that that's the ummah you're doing that to. Now let's make it small. Let's contract it. You got an ummah, but you got your family that's an ummah. And your family may not, I'm saying ummah not as in Islam, but your family might contain kuffar that might be contemplating Islam. And they're saying, well, alcohol was the thing stopping me from shahada. I just saw the picture. I'm ready for shahada. Now we got two drunks in the ummah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is generally what happened. We don't understand that we are an ummah itself. Now, of course, I'm a butt. I'm a a hole, whatever. Pause. So I'm all of that. People say I'm a jerk, right?
Yeah, you are, man.
But you can't say I stopped someone from becoming Muslim. You could say, hey, you made somebody reject Islam. You can say that, but that's not the reality. Because I've never done anything to make anybody reject Islam. That person was already in rejection mode. They had their finger on the eject button, about to abandon the jet. Yeah, of course. Because was I there when you took Shahada? And why did you mention my name in your Shahada? Don't mention my name. Yeah. I bet witness that Sadiq. No, go on. Man. I bet witness Amoo Yum Yum. No, man, I ain't in that one. Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? You can't mention. So how can I make you leave Islam by telling you need to cover, you need to pray, that don't make you leave Islam. Because that was already understood and decided and agreed upon before you took your Shahada. Right? So when you say worse, why is it that you should have stayed with her because even though she's the worst, you should have stayed with her? Nigga, no. Nigga, no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with worse. Now, when we say worst Muslim, that's a different level. When we say worst mu'min, we done hit the stratosphere.
Yeah. Because
worst mu'min.
They do exist. And it's funny how people use this. Like when somebody, like some Muslim do something wrong. And we're supposed to love the ummah, support the ummah, we're supposed to be priority. Because in the past, the enemies used to, when there was a situation between Ali radiallahu anhu and Muawiyah radiallahu anhu. Remember the fitna, right? Yeah. How the Roman came to, I believe it was Muawiyah, right? Hey, if you want help to, defeat Ali, we can help you.
They said they would finish Ali for him.
Yeah.
For him.
He said, 1 minute, let me just, resolve my issue with my brother, then I'm going to come after you. Like, how dare you come to separate, divide the ummah. You see, subhanAllah, right?
This is Muawiyah, radiallahu anhu. My enemy has wrote me about an issue of Islam. Ali even called him an enemy. Yeah. Ali called him an enemy, but he would not take the real enemy, the real enemy, the Adu Allah, the enemy of Allah, against his brother, Ali radiallahu anhu. And this is significant. Why? Because those that take Allah's enemies as allies against the ummah, like the Saudi regime, are defended.
Oh, that's I never can understand that.
They defend them, but they won't say radiallahu anhu after Muawiyah. Radiallahu anhu. Subhanallah.
Yeah, so that's why some Muslims use that statement to say if you do something wrong, it's okay because guess what? The worst one is still better than the good kafir. You know what I mean? They use this thing. I don't know if you guys heard this before, but I used to hear this.
Y'all heard this
all the time.
First time.
Yeah, like they say, if you're a worse, so what? I'm a worse, but I'm better than the kafir. I'm like, you're supposed to change. We're supposed to give it a
again, who wants to be the worst?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the standard. That's the goal that we're going for.
That's it.
All right,
that's the goal. That's the goal.
I've been living life right.
Look. Brother, subhanallah, you've been called to the masjid. The sheikh want to talk to you. What's that about? We heard you beating your wife. I'm Muslim though. I'm Muslim, yo. And I ain't going to that meeting.
That's the thing, there's a saying knowledge unimplemented is wasted. You're wasting. Some people they don't have it. They don't understand or they don't have the deen that you have. You know what I mean? The fact that you know and you act against it, like you're acting against it. You know what I mean? The fact that So that's worse than somebody who doesn't know. You know, someone who doesn't have. You know. Like I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but that's just
what is happening there?
Yazid made a profound statement bil Arabi, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Khuluqul Islamiyya." His character is Islamic, right? Walakin, but huwa kafir.
Yeah.
When it comes to who? The best kafir.
He hasn't said that yet, so that was a good example. He's not here.
That's the next topic. The best kafir. How do we define the best kafir? Yazim says, who broke his promise.
Yazim is our friend.
Yeah. Yazim, the one that's fasting right now. Okay. Yazim says, khuluqul Islamiyya.
Yeah.
Khuluquhu Islamiyya. Khuluquhu?
Yeah.
Khuluquhu Islamiyya.
Yeah.
His character is Islamic.
Yeah.
Walakin, but huwa kafir. He's a kafir.
Yeah.
So let's define right to left. What is the best kafir?
Oh,
Best kafir.
well,
Don't say Mexican. Don't say Mexican. By 5'4", yeah, me.
5'5" brown eyes.
140 pounds, yo.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
Best kafir.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Hey, you're not gonna get that on no other podcast.
That's to go the other way with the front.
You're not gonna get that on no other podcast. Other podcasts don't have these issues.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, other podcasts don't have these issues. SubhanAllah. Go ahead, inshallah.
That's a good break.
Best kafir. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one. Best kafir.
I mean,
Hey. Khuluquhu Islamiyya.
I mean, the thing is,
Walakin huwa kafir.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. When I say best kafir, like human being, right? The difference is the belief, but they're compassionate, considerate. They have amana. They pay. I mean,
Dandaman.
yeah. For example, he's a good.
Dandaman is a Buddhist.
Yeah, he's a good character. He's like has a amazing character. He's generous. He's kind.
And he knows martial arts and he hasn't beaten me up.
Yeah, right.
So that counts for something.
So for me, a best kafir
That's a
is
good-
that possess these qualities, even though they're not Muslim, but they do have whatever they believe they follow, but they have that dignity, that respect, that compassion. They do have it, but the only thing is missing is Islam.
You know what's funny? I deal with before COVID hit, I deal with 100+ children, different children in basketball, flag football, tackle football. I'm the coach. I own a team and so on and so forth. So I deal with them. A lot of them most of them, 99.99 have kafir parents, right? You know, you can just walk right in. Don't worry about it. Just walk right in.
There you go.
That's easy. Messing up our podcast. Anyway, so most of them, 99.999, have kuffar parents because we live in Dar Kufr, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have a densely populated, issue like that, as far as Muslims concerned. So I deal with them. None of them have ever slandered me.
Yeah. Not
Not a one. And when the big slander was happening about me, you don't know about the big one. Okay, there's smaller ones. There's a big one. Anyway, so when the big one was happening about me, that came from Muslims, right? The good ones, not the worst ones. Anyway, so they came from Muslims. Guess what? The kuffar didn't even feed into it. I would go pick up the kids, coach the kids. The kuffar, they said, we know him. I don't know who these people are online.
Yeah, see?
Scarves, Arab clothes, kufis, big beards. Some of the sisters had beards. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey.
the kuffar, wallah, the kuffar, bro. Because I own two organizations. One I own, it was a joint venture with a couple of other coaches. It was families. My family, their families, my family, two other families. Other families were kuffar. My family was Muslim. So I'm with them. We having meetings about the team, meetings about fundraisers, meetings about meetings. Nobody mentioned nothing. And they all see me on Facebook. And none of them mention nothing. You know why? Because they know me. So when you tell me the worst Muslim is better than the best kafir, I'm like, I'm finna do business with them.
Yeah.
I'm finna, they're kafir. They're kafir. So I got my defenses up, my force field up, but at the same time, they're not going at me. And if they did, I would understand it.
Yeah, man.
I don't understand it when a Muslim does that. It's outside of me.
It is kind of frustrating because I do love those Kafirs, man. They all pay on time. They don't ask about discount.
Yeah.
My Kafir
Shahada discount.
Right. So
do you believe in Allah and His Messenger? That's 50%. Go ahead.
But that's because the one of the things that our, let's say, non-Muslim kuffar friends that they deserve is actually da'wah to Islam. That's the best gift we can give it to them. So, but in my experience living in Mecca in my whole, like half of my life there, then coming to the US, wallahi, I want to say this, but people here treat me way much better than the Muslim. I'm not going to generalize and stuff. But in Saudi, for example, because good people exist in every faith and whatnot. But the only difference is that they're missing that Aqeedah.
Character.
Yeah. Again, we're not saying that all kuffar are good either, because there are some, messed up, crazy, and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So this is my understanding. So what about you guys? Because you guys go to university, you guys work, you deal with them on a daily basis. Maybe 80% of your time dealing with other Muslims. So how was your experience?
Well, I'm not gonna go deep into your situation. I don't know what your situation was, but let's say, could it be criticism maybe about when they bashing you? No. I'm just saying out of general.
No, it's made up. Look.
Well, regardless
I'm gonna tell you what it was, so it's not ambiguous.
Yeah.
I refused to pay a certain sister's cell phone bill that he told me to pay the bill. she supposedly went out with another dude and all that kind of stuff, and when she got back to Philly, so I said I'm not paying her bill. Let that nigga pay her bill. You know how we do. We say we let that nigga pay her bill. Real talk, right? He said, "No, go ahead and pay it." I said, "I'm not gonna pay it." He said, "I wouldn't do that if I was you." Cause see, he know I'm dealing with a brittle spirit. I'm not thinking about the brittle spirit. I'm thinking about my feelings being hurt.
Beta.
Yeah. I was all in my feelings. My nibbles were buffy. But anyway, so she said, it wasn't cheating. I'm good with that. I didn't want it anyway.
Man,
anyway, so check it out. No, check it out. No, hold on.
Specifics.
Specifics are right here.
Yeah.
She said,
Pacific.
She said, because I didn't pay her cell phone bill. You gonna pay my bill? I said no. She hung up the phone, went live, and said he touched my daughter, yo.
Oh, see.
Ouch.
That's
yeah, bro. Muslims. Ouch. Guess what? All the Muslims, even today, will get mad at me and throw it back. Yeah, you a child molester. I wasn't a child molester 5 minutes ago when we were giggling. As soon as I criticized you, now I'm a child molester. You know what I'm saying? That's the slander. That make me knock a Muslim teeth out their mouth, bro. And I shouldn't be feeling like that about another
believer.
Muslim, bro.
And
so let's go back to worst Muslim. I'm just kidding.
We're live. Yeah, we're live now.
Yeah, it just stopped. Okay, we're back. We're back. Funky, fresh in the flesh. We gotta share it.
We gotta do better than that, man.
So hold on one second. We gotta reshare this real quick.
Okay, nobody be on the Sultan's Wi-Fi. It's possible that we've all been using it. We got dropped.
I'm gonna get out right now.
But that was a good one from Idris. That was a very good one.
How long were we talking before we realized?
When I say let's go back to worst Muslim, like that. Okay. That's before we stop. So we're gonna go back to best kafir. Yeah. We're going back to best kafir. Yeah. So we're live again.
We're live
okay.
again. But
Assalamu alaikum. Apologies. The Wi-Fi dropped because Ali was on his phone.
That's not true. He's just making up stuff.
Well, somebody did something.
So you gotta pick a victim, right?
You gotta blame someone.
You gotta pick a victim, right?
It's fine. I'll be responsible and take the blame
what
for
happened?
it, guys.
He took the blame.
Okay, mashallah, it's good. So we're gonna blame. Yeah. We're gonna blame, and Ali took the blame. So we're moving on. So the topic we were on was.
But before you go, 1 minute, because I am. Okay, we're back. Oh, we are back. Amazing, on the same spot.
Ship them as soon as I do that.
Back at the same spot?
Okay, let's just ask, hey, can y'all hear us? Are we back? Let's see.
Any comments? No, is it the same? Not same stream, different stream?
Well, it says live on the same, so that's good. That's beautiful. But let me double check. Where's the phone?
I can't hear anything. Oh, you know what? I turned it down. Sorry.
You always give me a heart attack. There you go.
What's the same thing?
Oh yeah, we're good.
You sure?
Yeah, you saying it right there.
But I'm saying, is it the same link?
Yeah, look, it didn't go away.
Okay, all right.
That's good. I mean, e-com is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's continue.
All right.
Okay, so we're at Yani. We're at best.
So Idris basically said the best Kafir zone doesn't harm people.
Yeah, so that's what he said 4 or 5 days ago. Now he's trying to change it. No, I'm just kidding. No, he said the best kafir is the one that doesn't harm people. That's beautiful. MashaAllah, beautiful. You still stand on that?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So Ali, I got quotes. I'm snitching.
He took all the notes from you guys.
I'm taking notes, man. I'm taking notes.
So we're gonna take the philosophized approach.
And what you said about Trump, I'm gonna mention that too. Now, go ahead.
Yeah.
But he's a good Kafir.
I like Trump, man. I like Trump.
At least,
I like how he don't like black people.
Yeah. Me too. Because he didn't even, alhamdulillah, attack. He did any war. Like
He's a capitalist. He's a
Yeah.
capitalist.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Businessman.
Yeah. So what is a kafir?
Good question.
Oh,
So that's the thing,
That's deep. That's a whole nother podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just kidding.
So
A kafir is
So a
anyone that's
kafir-
not a Muslim.
no. But a kafir is somebody who have received the.
See you.
I guess yeah. So Islam, and then they rejected it, or somebody who.
No, that's called
Muslim.
murtad.
No.
That's a murtad. Rafida.
So.
Well, here's the thing. There's a linguistic definition. Kafir means to cover.
Yeah. So
Kafir, like, means like cover.
the gardener that puts his seed in the soil and covers it with dirt.
That's a
That's
linguistic
called a
definition.
kafir. That's linguistic.
Language. Not from the Islam point of view, is the one that you.
It's not a Muslim.
Yeah, it's not
It's
a
just
Muslim.
simply not a
Basically,
Muslim.
You explain what Islam is, and they
You haven't
they-
declared shahada. You're a kafir until you declare shahada.
They didn't become or rejected. Because they're just different. Because those
So rejection and not receiving it to begin with, they're two different things. That's why I was asking.
But
just
but from a Sharia point of view,
Those are how you became kafir.
Yeah.
Those are how you are kafir.
But
Those are
nonetheless,
not
they're
kafir
both
itself.
kafir.
Yeah.
The-
You're
regardless.
kafir
Yeah.
if you're not a Muslim. Why you're kafir and how you're kafir is a totally different.
And the thing is, the word kafir is actually, in a way, is not always a derogatory or negative.
Yes, correct.
So when I call a kafir, it's not a bad thing. It's actually
No, it's a bad thing.
because
It's a bad thing.
there's
But it's not an insult.
it's not an insult.
You're not insulting. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Because a Nasrani, a Yehudi can call me kafir for their religion. I mean, a Christian can say